the most frustrating or annoying thing that's ever happened in my career. I don't know. I've been, this is going to sound like such a BS answer, but I've been enormously lucky. I haven't had a lot of disappointments. I mean, it's always disappointing when like a show you really care about doesn't hit as big as you'd like. There's been a couple of those. It's always a little distressing when you really, really want a character and then you don't get it, and then a friend of yours gets it, and you're like, oh, God, now I can't even be mad at the person voicing them instead of me. Damn it! But I've been very lucky. I think, really, the only frustration I ever experience with regards to what I do, I'm also a very easygoing guy, so it's difficult to frustrate me. It is, however, phenomenally easy to frustrate me in one respect, and that is when I'm in an airport. I travel a lot for my job. A lot for my job. And I love to travel. I love going to new cities, or old cities I've been to many times. I have friends all over the world now because of what I get to do for a living, and it's glorious. I hate airports with a white-hot passion. I can't stand them. I mean, think about it. It's stressful. I'm not afraid of flying. I've been flying since I was a very little kid. I love being on a plane. It's just getting in the airport, having to go through line after line with people that you don't know. I mean, you have to get from point A to point B, you have to depend on dozens of people, many of whom you will never meet, to be having a good day, to make sure you get there alive with your luggage. There's the guy driving you in the shuttle service, there's the person behind the ticket counter, there's the porter, there's the flight attendants, there's the pilots, there's the guy, you hope to God you're not going to be sitting on the plane next to someone who's terrified of flying, who wants to hold your hand the entire time. That's happened, and that's weird. I was very recently went to a con in Ireland, which was a lot of fun, right? Yeah, they watch anime over there. And it was Ireland. It was this place called Cork, Ireland, which is very, very traditional Ireland. When most of us think of Irish things, most of that comes from like places like Cork and Dublin and so on and so forth. So they asked me to go, and it was great. But you have to. It's a plane hopper's nightmare going, traveling overseas. So I had to land. We landed in Heathrow, which is in England proper, and then you catch another flight to good old Ireland. We actually pass over Ireland, get on a plane, and go back to Ireland from England, so it was a very, very trip. But Heathrow Airport sucks balls. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. It's like a human habit trail. And I had to, at some point, this was actually coming back, we had to go back through Heathrow. There's like 1,000 security checkpoints. I don't know why. You have to and at some point, we finally make it to our gate, and there's nothing. It's just, you have to pass through this very, very strict, secure area where they have to check your passport, and they ask you some questions, and you sit down and wait for your flight. But it's not like a normal gate at a normal airport. This is a gate that has no teleprompter, no nothing, no status, no bathrooms. It's just a bunch of seats, and there's a window. And there may be a plane waiting for you, maybe not. It may be an hour, maybe 3 hours. You don't know, and they don't know. They won't tell you anything. So it's really weird. It's kind of like being this weird Kafka-esque waiting area. You have no idea when your plane's going to be there. And at some point, I had to really go to the bathroom, so my partner and I were like, well, let's just go. And we had to go, well, you can't leave the secured area to find a bathroom unless you surrender your passport. Now, I don't know how anyone else feels about this, but surrendering your passport to anyone in a foreign country makes you think, oh my God, I'm going to end up in prison. I don't know how, I'm going to end up in prison here in England. And because it's England, I imagine it's going to be like some dungeon in Westminster with shackles. I'm going to be next to some old guy with a beard down to here who regurgitates his food for baby crows. I don't know. I'm terrified. I'm like, this guy's wants my passport. Oh yeah, just come back and I'll give it back to you. I'm like, oh, it's that easy, is it? Okay. So we run out, and my partner describes it like this: as he was going, finding the bathroom, and I was behind this big corridor of people, just shoulder to shoulder. I'm behind him by, whatever, a good body length. And he thinks I'm right there when he just suddenly realizes I'm not behind him, and he hears behind him a bunch of people going, ooh. And this involves, plays back to what I said about falling in public. And I wish it was just a fall. There's a series of polls. For no reason, by the way, no reason at all. Just standing there, like someone, you know what, let's put a poll right there, boom. And if I had been just short enough, I would have seen it. It would have been in my line of vision. I'd be like, oh, there's a poll, I'm going to move around it. If I'd been taller, I would have walked right over it without having any idea there was a poll there. However, it was perfectly crotch level.
and in my blind spot. So I'm like, let's go to the bathroom. And a bunch of British people going, oh. And my partner turns around and he goes, oh. Comes back to me and like grabs my hand. I'm like, I hate this airport, I hate this airport. God, just get me home. That's the most frustrating thing that's ever happened to me because of my career.